I got my own guitar, I know the chords. I play my cigar, lay it flat on the floor. The east and the west, the battle won't matter. Only the music can settle the score. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Yeah, bones will protect my eyes, and when they eat my flesh. But I got the power to win all the hours and run my life away. The sound of the crowd, the creak of the bones. I play it so loud with my mates all alone. It don't really matter if my world should shatter. I hold it together in order to stone. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn back to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turn into bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you
Oh, well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the True Blue Riffcast, the number one Riff Tracks podcast in the world. And for today only, well, not for today only, we'll talk about this, but the number, 5 MST3K podcast.
Yes, that's right. No, we're still the number one. How many MSC3K podcasts are there?
I don't know.
I can't, I don't listen to that crap. Okay? I don't listen to other MSC3K podcasts.
Who listens to podcasts?
Not me, Dave.
So,
Joined as always by...
yeah, I'm Jeremy. See, Rivius knows of at least 2, so...
Okay.
That would, okay, we'll say number 1 Riff Tracks, number 3 MST3K.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason for that, it's not just because of the Kickstarter, which we will talk about the updates for that here in a second, but today, instead of talking about Riff Tracks releases, we are going to be talking about Mystery Science Theater 3000. We've got a couple episodes that we watched to talk about, both from the best era of Mystery Science Theater, the sci-fi era, and we're going to be talking about Overdrawn at the Memory Bank.
That's right.
And Final Justice.
No. If you watched Final Justice, you watched the incorrect movie, Jeremy.
What?
We will be talking about Overdrawn at the Memory Bank and The Final Sacrifice.
Oh. Whoops.
Yes. Yeah. This was a bit that Jeremy had
planned. Whatever. It's like one of those jokes that Tom's just like, the thing that I did there. And it just doesn't really work. But, yes, we will find out if there's beer in the sun today.
There's beer on the sun.
Oh, man. How you doing? We didn't have a show last week. Right? Or did we? Yeah, we missed last week. My brain's not even, here today.
because we were just so still worked up from the announcement that Rift Tracks had invaded and occupied Mystery Science Theater 3000 that we took the week off. But now we're back, and Rift Tracks didn't. Well, did they have a release? I don't even know. But
no, they had a sale over the weekend. They
Jeremy,
released hunks of junk or hunks in space or whatever they called it, which a bunch of clips of like Turkish Star Wars and like all the Star Wars knockoffs from the 70s and stuff.
But Jeremy asked, "It's like, what do you want to do for the episode?" I was like, something classic, something that like I'm not gonna hate. And then I was like, why don't we just do the final sacrifice? Why don't we just talk about, Mystery Science Theater 3000 from the sci-fi era? Because that's relevant to the podcast now because Rift Tracks is doing MST3K.
Yeah, the guys are going back to it. And right now, the Kickstarter is at 1.92 million.
Oh, my God. They're
They're
with
definitely
26 days left, I think.
Yeah, they're definitely going to hit 2 mil.
2 million.
And there have been a few updates. They revealed the first 2 movies out of the 4. Not necessarily the first 2 that they're going to be riffing, but they've announced 2 of the 4 films. The first one is a David Carradine classic, Death Sport. And the other is Space Raiders, which is
Roger Corman Schlock.
Roger Corman Schlock that stole a bunch of stuff from what was it, Battle Among the Stars or whatever.
Yeah, it stole music from Battle Among the
and footage, music and footage. Why
was the Sci-Fi Era the first exposure for everyone? Well, it's interesting for me because actually my first exposure to it, well, maybe it was the Sci-Fi Era. Maybe it was already in sci-fi, but I do distinctly remember seeing the movie in theaters. So maybe that was, it was a long time ago, man. But I think that I honestly think that like what made me a fan was what was the name of that car one? Riding for Justice or Death Rider or something.
Riding with Death?
Yeah, Riding with Death, yeah. That was that's a good one. I loved me some of that, even though I can't remember the name of it for some stupid reason. I just lost a whole bunch of Misty cred. That's okay though.
Mine was I don't even remember the episode. Some random Joel episode. Because back in the day, at least in my town, we had 2 different cable providers, and if you lived on the west side of town, you got one cable provider, and if you lived on the other side of town, you got the other cable provider. And the cable provider for the side of town that I lived on did not carry Comedy Central or the Comedy Channel, as it was called back in the day. So
it was of the devil.
I saw it over at my grandma's house. She lived on the other side of town, and I was there for the weekend, and I just was flipping through the channels, and I saw this guy with these 2 robot puppets, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And then they went in and they started watching a movie, and I'm like, what is going on? And then they started making jokes, and I'm like, okay, I'm interested. And I ended up going and buying a couple VHS tapes. Actually, hang on. I still have them right here. Hang on.
Okay, so vamping. Jeremy's grabbing his videotapes. I don't know how long this is going to take. So how is everybody in the chat? Rivia says, I remember watching Pod People. It stinks.
What's that about Pod People? Oh,
what a coincidence.
Pod People. And Red Zone Cuba.
That's a good one.
And the movie.
Yeah, might be the best one.
But I actually surprised I still have these, honestly. Not like I have any way to watch them, but I really got into the show on the Sci-Fi years because I had access to the Sci-Fi channel. So I was able to watch it all the time, all the new episodes and everything. So that really is what got me into it more. And, now we still have the same people, so Mike, Kevin, and Bill.
Yep. No one died. No one got really fat, so they can do it.
Oh, man.
Mundo
They also announced that the Mads are going to be a part of the show again.
The Mads are, in fact, back.
Trace and Frank are going to be the Mads for the 4th and final episode of this run. So that's fun. Trace Bulow is going to be the art director, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I pretty much everybody who worked on the show before is like coming back. Like
Bees McKeeves is back.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. All the videos that they've been dropping about this with like Kevin and Bill, like seeing the bots again and messing with those. It's a lot of very fun things. So if you haven't been keeping up with the updates, make sure you do that. They did a reward upgrade. They're including a Mads riff. And they said they're not doing regular stretch goals. They're just dropping.
Thank God. Why?
They're just dropping fun little bonuses, they say, this time around. And that works a little better because this way it's not like, oh, if we get to X number of backers, we're going to do a Just the Jokes riff of this movie that everybody's been asking for. And then it gets close and it doesn't get there. And then we don't get it. So
then,
now they can just be like,
It's a Wonderful Life for 6 years straight.
Yes, exactly. Oh, man.
But I was going to say something, but I forgot what it was. I don't know.
Well, real quick before we jump into the meat of the episode, let's go over the weekend box office. There was a bunch of new movies opening this weekend. 3 of them are the top 3 movies of the weekend. We have the newest version of Wuthering Heights, which I've heard is not good.
Well, yeah.
Is number 1. Goat, the new animated feature from Sony Pictures Animation about Steph Curry as a goat playing whatever this version of basketball is. It's a new kids movie, the first one in quite a while. That's big, so it's doing pretty good. Crime 101 in at 3rd place, Send Help down to 4th, and Solo Mio taking up number 5.
I think Citizen Yard is booing Wuthering Heights. For what reason, I'm not sure.
Boo. I don't know. All I know is that the movie starts with a very loud F-bomb being yelled out.
In Wuthering Heights?
Yes. So the movie, I only know this because I had to test it, to make sure everything was synced up right and everything at work. The very first scene is a dude being hanged, and he's strangling because his neck didn't break. And these 2 young teenage boys are talking about it, and they're like, look, he's got a stiffy. And a nun turns around and yells at them for being naughty. The dude finally stops breathing, and a dude jumps up on the platform and yells out, "It's fucking hanging day!" And then everybody cheers. Some dude gets a handy, and they sell all these little toys.
Wuthering Heights was the favorite novel of my very prudish former Mormon fiance. So this is very disturbing to me.
And the very first
something like this.
The very first song is a Charlie XCX song. So,
I don't know who that is.
Modern music, basically. And apparently they only do the first half of the book.
What? All right. I mean, like,
So.
did they like? Well, I mean, they got to get they got to make the best of the rights to this public domain document that they're making into a movie.
Yeah, they got to stretch it into multiple movies like Peter Jackson did with The Hobbit.
The Wuthering Heights cinematic universe.
WHCU.
WH, yes, at CU.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I've got zero interest in it. My wife has zero interest in it, so it's a movie I'll never see more than just those few minutes of.
Susan Yard says none of that was in the book. I didn't think so. But like the girl I knew, I guarantee you, would not be into that. Would not be into that at all.
Oh man, and it's funny because we got a lot of old people that have been going to see that movie. I'm sure they love it.
I don't know if either one of you or me could be casting dispersions on old people at this point.
No, I mean like senior citizens, like actual like old people.
Like actual old people, not like Riff Tracks Live old people, but like actual old people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's nothing.
They don't go into how Heathcliff destroys everyone around him, even though the kids are innocent. Heathcliff the cat. Heathcliff, no one should terrorize the neighborhood. Everyone's favorite Garfield knockoff.
Hey, I liked Heathcliff and Garfield, so.
And
what was the cats? The gang
Billy
of
Joel
cats.
wrote the theme song for the Heathcliff cartoon. That's a real fact. Prove me wrong.
The Cadillac Cats, yeah. We used to do trivia before this season.
Yeah, and we just decided that we weren't going to do it anymore. We didn't say anything about it because we were bored with it, and it just got too much of a pain in the ass to.
It ran its course.
Yeah, it did. It Name That Riff had a good run.
Yes,
but then we just decided that it was going to quietly die.
And I decided on my own, and without telling Dave, that I was going to do something new today.
Well, you did tell me that.
I told you that, but I didn't like, hey, we should do this. We should start doing this now.
Okay.
I just looked at chat. What's everyone's first cartoon cat? Going back to what was everyone's first exposure to MS3. Nice callback. I decided that I was going to present Dave with a would you rather scenario.
Okay, now tell them who you asked, who you consulted.
I consulted with two people. First was our friend Josh Flowers. The other was Eric Peterson, the
Riff
guy
Tracks.
who works at Riff Tracks.
Okay, so what did you do? Just say, hey, I got this thing. I want to torture Dave. Help me torture Dave, Riff Tracks.
Yeah, basically. I said, I have one half of this. I'm just having trouble coming up with the or side of things. So, Dave.
Yeah.
Would you rather
Okay.
have to listen to Roller Gators guitar noodling forever?
Okay, I have a feeling that whatever comes next is going to be way worse.
Well, that was Eric's.
Oh, that was Eric's? Oh.
Or have to take care of the place while the master is away.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, like, okay, so is it, do I actually have to, like, take care of that gross, disgusting, little cabin that they have there?
Yeah, that's taking care of the place while the master is away.
Are all the 60s underpants ladies there in their little nighties?
Presumably.
Okay, so like, all right, I've not seen a downside to either because I love Roller Gator. So
it's constant 24/7 guitar noodling.
Well, okay, well, how long does this last?
Forever. Until you die. Until you die.
Until I die?
Yes.
Do I have to take care of the place while the master is away forever, too?
Well, until you are replaced, which means you're dead.
Which means I'm dead. So yes,
Yeah.
so they're both for the rest of my life.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm going to add a stipulation to the roller gator thing. You're the only one who can hear it. It's like in your head, so it's not like an external source. You just hear it all the time.
Well, bring it up. Bring up the guitar noodling.
The guitar noodling. Oh.
Do you have that? Do you have that handy?
I might.
So maybe I can listen to just a little bit of it. It's been a while since I watched Roller Gator. I watched it a lot when it first came out. Like I watched it like 8 or 9 times.
Let's see.
Because
I gotta share my
it's
screen
really great. I think it might be the #1 riff tracks.
I mean, yes, it is an outstanding riff.
Torgo has to sleep on a pile of dirt. Well, I don't have any problem with that because I am a filthy, filthy man.
Starship 2000. It's a Starship simulator. Plays We Built the City on endless
That's
loop.
too far.
So the only code.
Here we go.
After this, we can ride the tetanus rocket, the staph infector, the stack of old Jim Matt's flume.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, I'm not against listening to the guitar noodle. Not against. But think about taking care of the place while the master is away. You have a free house. You have ladies present. I'm not gonna make this next joke.
It's probably a good thing.
You get to do all the things that Torgo does, and there are no repercussions except maybe your hand gets chopped off and lit on fire. You know what? I think I'm taking care of the place while the master is away, just because that provides some kind of shelter. And who's to say that people can't come visit you?
I mean, that's true. They just can't leave.
Do I have Starlink?
I mean, you find random teenagers making out in the car all the time on close to property.
I'm not a cop. But no, I think I would take care of the place while the master is away, just because that you have a house. You have a house. You have to pay $2,000 in rent a month for a 1-bedroom, 1 bath.
This is true. That is a definite upside. Free place to live.
Okay, free place to live. You're not living alone. You have company. You have the ladies.
And really, what did Torgo do?
He didn't do anything. I mean, he leered, but you don't have to do everything Torgo does.
No.
You could be a perv and be quiet about it. It's okay to keep secrets, everybody. It's okay to do it. It's okay to not tell everybody your business.
Not everybody needs to know everything.
That's a thing we used to do.
Yeah. Until social media came along.
Yeah, and then we're all filming our breakdowns on TikTok and being horrible, toxic assholes on Book Knock. Anyway, I'm not going to get started on that.
So let's jump to 1984.
1984.
There was
That is an overrated novel, but go ahead.
A small movie starring one Raul Julia.
Yep.
Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, based on a 1976 short story of the same name. This is a dystopian future where this dude who, everything I've seen on this, they call him a rebel. He's just bored. He's not a rebel. He's just bored.
He's watching Casablanca at work for some stupid reason.
He figures out how to bring up old movies in the computer system.
He's scrolling cinemas or what was it? They called
Cinemas.
it, yeah. I don't know what his job is. He works at the news channel.
I don't know where
It's
he
like-
works. He works for the big company, Nova Corp,
Yeah.
and his name is Fingal.
Aram Fingal.
Aram
the
Fingal. And
best
as we
name-
learn,
The best name in cinema history until we get to the next movie we're going to talk about.
Fingal doesn't Dopple. We learned
Dopple.
that quickly. Let's talk about the Doppling real quick because this is kind
Okay.
of like the important point of the movie.
Yeah, so like so the sci-fi concept that is the crux of this film is that
Anteaters suck.
that as well. But I guess they saw the top of your head off.
Yeah.
And they like take your consciousness out of your brain somehow. And they put it into a computer, and then through the computer they put it into animals. Couple things about this. Number one, and okay, so Raul Julia, M. Bison goes into the brain of a monkey, a female monkey named Daisy, I
A
think.
baboon.
Or just
A
it's like
baboon.
whatever nature film they had.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just stock footage of animals.
So this is like I guess this is like a common vacation or recreation activity that they have in this dystopia. And I was just wondering like why would anyone want this? Why would anybody want to do this? Why would you go and pay somebody to saw the top of your head off?
Well,
It's like-
he doesn't get to do it because he wants to.
Yeah, because he was caught jacking it to Casablanca, and that was his punishment for some
Prophylactic
reason.
rehab is what they call it.
Which is they really got to find a better way to say that.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
to go Dopple, and he has to pay for it out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
Just like any regular healthcare.
Can we talk
And-
about that face that Raul Julia makes when
when he gets
When he's
unconscious, he only has 47 credits to his name, so all he can afford is being
the
shoved
anteater?
into public domain footage of a baboon.
Yeah.
And the stupid
Okay.
thing.
So while he's in the baboon, like something happens to his body.
Yes, when
This kid who just shamelessly uses the R word because you could do that in 1983, and then in 1998 when this movie is riffed, no one says anything about it. Like it's the most common thing. It's very like I was waiting for somebody to say something about that kid using the R word.
yeah,
I don't have a problem with using it. I'm only saying the R word right now out of respect for Jeremy's channel. That's the only reason, because I am a respectful human.
yes.
But so I guess that kid messed up somehow.
All of the bodies have these little tags on them, color-coded tags, and that shows where they're supposed to be put. Like, if it's this color tag, they get put in storage till the person's done doppling. If it's this color tag, this person is getting sent off to get a sex change. If it's...
Yeah, that's another thing. Was that a joke?
I don't know. I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or what, but
It would
That's-
not
that
fly
was the movie.
today. Be like okay, so like it's like this one here, like your brain is getting put into an animal, and if your thing's right over here, you're getting a sex change operation.
yeah.
Like what kind of it's like I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be 1983 humor.
Yeah, I do believe so. Man, 1983, that's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
But while he's in the baboon's brain, that little idiot switches the tag with somebody else, and so they send Fingal's body off to get a sex change operation instead of putting him in storage where he's supposed to be. So
now, okay, so I I need to talk about the science fiction aspect of this
Yeah.
particular element.
We got to talk about how this works.
Because it bugs me because I fail to understand how it's possible to remove your consciousness from your brain and put it someplace else. How does that work? Because, like, okay, so his consciousness is not stuck in the baboon, it's stuck in the computer, it's stuck in, like, this weird purgatory.
Yeah.
So his brain and all his knowledge is not in his brain, is not in his physical brain. They took it completely out somehow, as well as his consciousness, and put it in the computer.
It was in a cube.
Yeah, so I don't understand how it's possible for my consciousness to experience the world outside of my own brain, because everything that's happening here, this light, this microphone, my phone, everything that I'm touching, like, it's all filtered like right through here, right? Like right through my fucking brain. And if my brain is removed from the equation, like, that's where all that shit lives. Then, like, no more. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's no consciousness. There's no, oh, I'm inside a computer. Well, then that's just a computer program that thinks it's you.
Yeah.
So that's not the same. That's not the same thing. Like the only thing I can think of is that they put his ghost into the computer, which is a completely different thing.
The
That's
ghost in
not
the
science
machine
fiction
is
then.
something completely
Yeah.
different.
So I don't understand body swapping in science fiction. I can buy it in, like, magic and stuff, but not science fiction, where you take your consciousness and put it into a robot. Then that's not you. That's just a robot that thinks it's you.
Yeah.
Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So while he's in the baboon eats some fermented fruit,
Yeah.
and we get some stock footage of a bunch of drunken animals. And then an elephant starts headbutting the tree that Daisy the baboon is in. And they have to go get the baboon so they can hook it back up and remove Fingal's consciousness somehow from
Yeah.
being
I'm very dark.
in the baboon's brain. It's one of the things that makes no sense about this movie, and there's plenty of things that make no sense about this movie. But they use his consciousness. He's, like, hooked into the computer,
Yeah.
and he has, like, 30 minutes of Fingal time, or whatever the hell they called it.
Yeah, it's very strange.
And so then he figures out that it's the Matrix, and he can just create
So is
things.
the world the Matrix? I don't get this part.
I think the computer that he's in works kind of like the Matrix for him, because it's more like the real world, but it's not. You know what, Rivius? I'm not surprised that the short story is very different.
Well,
That doesn't surprise me at
they-
all.
They usually are.
But he's stuck in the computer. They're trying to find his body in the Doppler body room, and they can't because it's not there. The super fat chairman keeps going in to try and catch him at the place where he recreates.
Yeah, so, like, I
Casablanca.
guess his mind, he's, like, way into Casablanca, and, like, so I guess this would be, like, because, I mean, Casablanca, it's not anymore, obviously, but it used to be a huge cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
And like, I guess today maybe it would be like Breaking Bad or something, or like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, or just like, so I guess Casablanca came out, I guess, 40 years before this. So if this came out today, and what would be the movie that they would be recreating? Titanic, maybe Back to the Future, something.
I don't. Yeah, maybe Titanic. I could see that being a base
Yeah.
for something like that.
Here's the thing about all that Casablanca stuff, and particularly about Raul Julia. I think that Raul Julia is just like in like everything he does, he just gives it all. Whether it's Addams Family or Street Fighter or this, it doesn't matter. That guy is a fucking pro, and like if you're paying him money, he's gonna come on and he's gonna act, and he's gonna take it fucking seriously. And by God, he took the role of Aaron Fingal and Rick Blaine. I think he crushed it in this movie.
He was the least of the issues with this movie.
Yeah.
Like literally the least of the issues. One of my favorite parts is after he decides that he's going to take over the computer system. It takes him like 5 seconds to guess the password. Like it's two letters and then a couple numbers, and he's in. And he starts using the weather control that this chairman made, and starts creating like thunderstorms and all kinds of bad weather. And I think he ends up killing millions of people.
Yeah, it's a comedy, Jeremy. It's a comedy. Apollonia James comes down and is an angel and gives him commandments. That's a thing that happens.
It is.
You know what kind of struck me a little bit about this, especially like in the very early parts of it, is like, and I don't know why, and I think it's because it's a dystopia and it has like a ridiculous world and a ridiculous like main boss kind of. Yeah. It reminded me a little bit of the Apple in a way. And the fact that it's the very, very poorly done dystopia with just like a terrible premise, and you have this hapless schmuck trying to like fight against the system, but you don't have a girlfriend who betrays you.
You don't have a good soundtrack.
Well, the Apple didn't have a good soundtrack either, and you don't have Bim's on the way. Yeah. Bim was not on the way in.
We're also gonna gloss over the guy that they put in charge of finding Fingal's body, because he was very much a portrayal of somebody with some mental health issues, some special needs, perhaps.
Oh wow, yeah.
that was pretty bad, but
it's a comedy, Jerry.
You know what? I think if you actually sit and look at this movie as a comedy, that would make it better in a way, at least a little bit.
I don't know how you can not look at it like a comedy. It's bad, but I think it was very clearly supposed to be humor satire. I convinced them all it was a satire. I got it down from an X to a ah. Convinced them it was all a satire.
The final showdown with the chairman is pretty bizarre too, because he's in there, he's got a gun on Fingal, and Fingal just yells out, "I am interfaced!" And that's now he can't die, and he deletes the chairman out of the program. And
but where does he go? Where does he go?
Well, he's
at the end.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Fingal at this point has run out of time for his consciousness to get his consciousness back in his brain, and Apollonia is just like, let's just try it anyway and see what happens, and it works, of course, and so the 6-hour time limit was just a load of crap. Him and Apollonia see each other in person for the first time, and they smooch. he deletes their identities and then sends the chairman.
Yeah, that won't have any repercussions, will it?
Sends the chairman off to be doppled to an anteater for a month.
Yeah, they really hated anteaters in this.
And then he started Casablanca on everybody's workstations. The end.
Because apparently that is like the key to getting everybody out of the Matrix.
Yeah. It follows the number one rule of bad movies. You don't reference a better movie in your bad movie.
In your bad movie, right.
But that's the gist of Overdrawn at the Memory Bank. It is a great riff.
That's a great movie. It's a better movie than Ready Player One.
Absolutely. Ready Player One was AI slop before AI slop was AI slopping.
That's right. Looks
I don't know what I just said, but
AI slop. Oh my god!
It's an absolute classic episode.
Loved it. Loved every second of it.
And then we decided to watch another absolutely classic episode.
We said that, hey, for old time's sakes, we're gonna do a double.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about two movies. And
so Overdrawn at the Memory Bank and Quest for the Lost City, better known as The Final Sacrifice.
Is that the alternative title for it?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Quest for the Lost City, which actually makes more sense than The Final Sacrifice.
Was it Troy the Final Sacrifice, or?
I think he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
This movie was produced and directed by a freshman in college.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just like Hobgoblins.
Yeah.
Rousdower. But no, the real title of the movie should be Rousdower. Rousdower.
So let's you can take the lead on this one.
Oh well, okay. Look,
I did the last one, so you can do this one.
What is there to say about the Final Sacrifice? Let me pull up the thing here because I had a feeling this was going to happen. It's easier. All right, go ahead.
One thing that I want to mention before David gets started, there was a guy in this movie he was the gas attendant.
Mm-hmm.
This man is still working in Hollywood or movies. We'll just say movies, not Hollywood. And most of his filmography has been as an assistant director for Uwe Ball.
Wow.
So he was assistant director for In the Name of the King, a Dungeon Siege movie, Alone in the Dark, House of the Dead. Whole bunch of great,
real
amazing movies. 66 movies he was second unit or assistant director.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. I will point out that the guy who played Pepper, the guy who played that, he is apparently still working, and he was in The Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, see, this guy's actually directed other things that people have watched, like Smallville.
Hi, Joy.
Episodes of Smallville. And, hi.
Uh-oh, something's happening.
Yeah, then my family just returned home from play practice.
I thought they were coming in to wish you a happy birthday. It's Jeremy's birthday,
No.
everybody.
No.
He's got some months.
My youngest here got cast in the role of young Anastasia for one of the local playhouses. So
I thought you were going to say she got cast in the role of Anne of Green Gables.
Nope.
Go.
All right, good night.
She's going to bed.
She's going to bed now, so she had to come in, and they just walked in the door.
Well,
so
good for you. Your family loves you. Must be nice.
it's very nice.
Yeah. But, okay, so The Final Sacrifice. There's this little dipstick named Troy McGregor.
Literally a dipstick. Like, he's like about
Right.
as wide as a dipstick.
Yeah, he's very, so I'm just going to go off what Wikipedia says because, this movie's kind of incomprehensible. Like, when you watch it again, it's kind of shocking how much, if you didn't know what was happening, you wouldn't know what was happening. It's also ugly. That's
yes,
the one
very
thing that I
ugly.
noticed, like watching this, because like I was always like, do I even need to watch this again? So I watched it today on YouTube, and I was just struck by how butt ugly the whole movie is. Like this was like this probably wasn't like the first Wandering Through the Woods amateur movie. But it might have been like the first Wandering Through the Woods amateur movie, like on MST3K.
It might have been because there was a lot of wandering
There's
through the woods.
a lot of it. So Troy's at the he's at the graveyard and he's like, Dad, you gave me this bear, and why are you dead now? Oh my goodness. And so okay, teenage Troy McGregor finds a map belonging to his late father Thomas, who was murdered 7 years earlier. Oh, Thomas, is he like Batman? Thomas, an archaeologist. Me and your dad were archaeologists together.
Like,
We're in archaeology.
I love that the
That guy is an
prospector.
archaeologist.
He sounds like Jim Henson doing a voice. Like he sounds like Dr. Teeth or Rolf, like one of those two.
Yeah, and it's so great because anyone can do him. Ooh, hates me that rabbit.
Well, he doesn't show up till way later in the movie, though.
Yeah, so, but he's like the one thing ever. An entire segment, like an entire commercial break to commercial break, is that scene of Pepper going. It's so good.
Oh man.
Anyway, this stupid dumbass movie that we're watching that we love. Thomas, an archaeologist, met his untimely death after becoming involved with a mysterious cult leader by a sinister man with supernatural powers known only as Satorus. You know what struck me about Satorus? You know Satorus is just like the ugly version of that weird guy in the I'll do anything for love video. You know, you have Meatloaf and you have the vampire girl.
Yeah.
And you have like the cop, I guess, that's like investigating them or something. Whatever's happening there. Like Satorus sort of reminds me of the ugly version of that guy, only he's not nearly as dramatic and sinister and like mysterious as this guy in a music video with no lines and you have no idea what he's doing.
When
Like-
someone like that is a better villain than what you have in a movie.
Rousdower. So the orphan Troy decides to study the map and learn about circumstances of his father's death. Sensing that the map has been uncovered, how does that happen? I don't get. I guess the guys in like their culty tank tops and their hoods.
Yeah, they're
They'll be like,
balaclavas.
yeah, their map app dinged. It said Troy found a map. The cultists track Troy down. After a failed home invasion, they give chase and Troy flees via bicycle. That is a long, stupid chase, by the way.
Yeah,
Like-
there's no way it should be that long.
Yeah,
They're chasing him down in a truck, and he's riding a 10-speed.
yeah. It's very much like Time Chasers in that respect.
The
Eventually,
chase-
Troy.
The chase is more comprehensible, however, than the chase in Champagne and Bullets. I will say that.
Oh, John, you broke my heart. Anyway, eventually Troy escapes, jumping into the back of a battered old pickup truck, heading to the Albertan countryside. So that's right up the street. Soon the truck breaks down and Troy meets its owner, an alcoholic drifter named Zap Rousdower, and a hero is born. The stars Boo-Earns. Were you saying Boo or Boo-Earns?
He was saying Boo Earns.
I was saying Boo-Earns. The two are able to get the truck up and running again, and Zap warms up. He does warm up to him pretty fast.
Yeah.
To Troy as they head to a nearby town. It's like, "Ooh, you're food now." Upon arriving at a gas station to refuel, Zap phones the police to report finding Troy. I don't know why he does this. As he does this, the cultists slowly approach them and begin to pursue them by vehicle into the countryside, where Zap and Troy are able to lose them. Later that night, Zap reveals. Okay, so this is where they're at the fire. Why did they build a fire? Why didn't they just stay in the cab? Also,
I don't know.
like, was this summer, or it had to have been? I guess.
Maybe late summer. I mean, they were all wearing sweaters and Canadian tuxedos.
So later that night, Zap reveals to Troy that they are the cult known as the. Okay, how does he say it? The Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks. The Seahawks. Yes, the Seahawks.
As well as details about his own life before becoming a vagabond.
But he doesn't tell him that he was a part of the cult.
Yeah, but like he couldn't kill Troy's dad, and so Taurus had to do it himself. The next morning, the truck stalls. The two are left with no other option than to walk the rest of the way back to civilization.
The whole scene with them trying to get the truck started.
Unaware that the cultists are still in pursuit. How could they be unaware of that?
You would think that you would know this because, they've been chasing you this whole time.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing that's happened. The two wander there are two other characters in this movie so far. So Taurus and Zap Rousdower. You're gonna and you're with the other one all the time.
Yeah.
The two wander through the countryside and through the hidden cave. They find themselves pursued by the cult again, and this leads them to a lodge of a shotgun wielding hermit, Mike Pipper, the best character in the movie.
Well, my favorite part though is when they go into that cabin the first time, and the kid just goes, "Hey, food," and just picks up like bread that's just sitting on the table.
Was it food?
And then the guy comes down from the upstairs. Apparently there was an upstairs. What are you guys doing here?
Like picking up my food.
I used to be an archaeologist with your father.
A tear in Rousdower's jacket. Okay, this is a very stupid reveal. A tear in Rousdower jacket reveals that he was one of the cultist signatures tattooed. That he was in the cult.
Yeah.
And before Pipper can fire on him, Rousdower calls Troy by his surname, McGregor. You're McGregor.
I knew your father.
Knew him. He was delicious. So Pipper recognizes his dad, and they have this big long scene about the cult and how they were they're looking for this lost city of gold or whatever the hell. And they built a great city that was more advanced than anything the ancient Egyptians or the Romans ever knew, but sank into the ground due to flooding. It was a great flood. He believes that Taurus wants to make the sacrifice to the idol in the belief that it will restore the power to the cult and rise the army of the dead, which will allow him to conquer / rule the entire world. That guy?
Yeah. I honestly forgot so much of this movie before I watched it again. The whole ending, I completely forgot about it.
So, but if the idol's ever destroyed, the city will return to its former glory. Okay, so, after Zap leaves the two, Pipper confides that Rousdower was one with the cult the night Troy's father was killed, and that Zap may have possibly been the one that killed him. In a dream sequence, Rousdower relives the nights. Oh, this is where he's
Then when they branded him.
Yeah. Zap is Rousdower is basically like Sub-Zero to their Lin Kuei.
I think it's a pretty accurate way to put that.
Yeah, so Taurus seems able to torment Rousdower through the mark as we see Rousdower writhing in agony while asleep, presumably having a Taurus-induced nightmare.
He's literally going
a very odd way to put that, Wikipedia.
Yeah. That's what he was doing when he was laying in bed.
Yeah.
Just feeling himself up, giving himself a self-exam.
It's
very important.
be like, oh, it's important to do this every month.
Oh,
Early
you gotta
detection.
check for lumps.
Early detection is the key. We're going to hell. That's not quite as bad as 9/11 Girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, Troy is captured. The big showdown happens, and Pipper gives Rousdower his horse and a rifle, directing him to the ancient Zeok sacrifice site that he was able to decipher using Troy's map. The map! Rousdower discovers that the site of the idol and duels with Satoris. During the fight, Satoris mocks Rousdower with the fact that he could not bring himself to kill Troy's father, implying that Satoris had to do it himself. Satoris is about to kill Rousdower when Troy manages to intervene, shooting the cult leader. Satoris' death causes the destruction of the idol. With the idol destroyed, the lost city does indeed rise from the ground, and Satoris' cult breaks up as its members are freed of its evil influence. Troy and Rousdower observe the rise of the lost city, then drive off. Then they just leave.
Yeah. Like, why? What? Wouldn't you want to go check it out? Come on.
Yeah, like
That's the whole point of what you were doing.
Like, look at this whole thing, and then we just see them riding off in the Rousdower mobile, and then Zap and Troy, the legendary journey, and just so like in both this and in Overdrawn of the Memory Bank, they have like this extended end credits like skit, and I think they had to do this for most sci-fi era movies.
Yeah,
because there was like some kind of deal with either the Sci-Fi Network or
well, they had to show the credits like in,
they had to
in
show
their
like
entirety.
every single bit of the credits in their entirety. Doesn't matter how garbage your movie is or how much you pay, like you have to show all the credits. That's why, you know, like we have like I think in this era of MST3K they have like some of the most memorable bits are the end credit bits, like Overdrawn to the Memory Bank with the hotline with Bees McKeever.
I love that too.
This one with Servo doing like his little song, and while Crow is pitching to Mike the Hollywood shitbag, and then in Hobgoblins the whole thing where they just rip on Rick Sloan.
Yes.
So those are highlights of the sci-fi era, and this one was particularly good. I think that the Final Sacrifice, I think it might be number one in terms of riffing in the sci-fi years, because it's particularly that little sequence with Pipper. It's just thinking about it makes me so happy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So one of the things that I wanted to bring up, not having anything to do with Final Sacrifice or Overdrawn at the Memory Bank, you know, back before we used to do multiple riff tracks movies.
Yep.
And after watching these again, like I forgot how much I love Mystery Science Theater, like the sci-fi stuff. I haven't watched it in forever.
Yeah, me neither.
And I think it just was because the reboot, like it just left such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah,
but we decided.
I think it had to get really bad for us to appreciate how good we had it.
Yeah. We decided that we want to go back to doing 2 movies per episode. But what we are going to do is we're going to do a riff tracks and we're going to do a Mystery Science Theater episode.
Yeah.
I think that would be pertinent. It would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, because it's because at least for this year, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just because of the whole, you know, riff tracks experiments. And it just seems fitting to do.
We're going to have our own revival. We're going to have our own MST3K revival. And we're going to have our own things. And
we're going to do our own one with drugs.
With
and
blackjack and hookers. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan for for the rest of the season, at least. So we might do some polls here and there in the Discord to see
which ones we want to do next.
Which ones we should do. Which ones you guys want to hear us blab about and make inappropriate jokes.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today.
Yeah, it was a great time.
If you like what you heard and you want to support the podcast, best way to do that, head on over to twitch.tv/TBRiffcast and drop a follow. That way you'll know whenever we go live, so you don't ever have to miss a show. It's not every Tuesday, but it's always on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, unless, of course, it's a special episode, which we usually do for the Kickstarter. We didn't really get to do it this year, but and you can follow the podcast anywhere on social media at TBRiffcast, and you can follow me everywhere at PB and Awesome.
And I'm Dave. You can check me out on X at DChadwickAuthor, on Amazon and Audible. Buy all my books so that I don't have to drive Uber anymore.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bastard. Not you guys, my writers. I hate them.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock till you die.